Hi students, welcome to NUMENEXA, for this session on understanding nature of roots or zeros of a polynomial. What is the meaning of nature of zeros of a polynomial? The nature of zeros of a polynomial tells us how many zeros a polynomial has and what type of zeros, real, equal, distinct, or none. For a quadratic polynomial, x squared plus bx plus c. Its root can be obtained using quadratic formula, minus b plus minus root of b squared minus 4ac. The nature of zeros depends on the discriminant d. D equals b squared minus 4ac. Now, let's understand the nature of zeros or roots of a quadratic equation based on discriminant d. Case 1, d greater than 0. Two distinct real zeros. Graph cuts the x-axis at 2 points. Let's analyze the nature of zeros of x squared minus 5x plus 6. Observe the graph of the given polynomial, the two zeros marked in red point. The roots or zeros of given quadratic equation are 2 and 3. Here is case 2, d equals 0. 2 equal real zeros. Graph touches the x-axis at 1 point. Consider px equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. The zeros are real and equal. Observe the graph touches the x-axis at 1 point marked with green point. Here is third case, d less than 0, that is d is negative. No real number for square root of negative number. Obviously here the graph do not touch or intersect the x-axis. Therefore we say roots or zeros are not real. Here is quick summary learned so far. Also an exam tip to solve questions based on nature of zeros. Compare given quadratic equation with standard x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Determine d, check for cases of d greater than 0, d equals 0 and d less than 0. Here is first board question. If the roots of equation x squared plus bx plus c equals 0, a is not equal to 0 are real and equal, then which of the following relation is true? The options are recall discriminant d must be 0 for real and equal roots. Simply write b squared minus 4ac equals 0 to get the answer. The correct option is C. The roots of the quadratic equation 4x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0 are. Here are the options. Compare the given quadratic equation with standard and get values of a, b, and c. Using these values, compute d equals b squared minus 4ac. Here, d equals minus 39, which is negative, hence no real roots. The correct option is C. Next question. What is the value of discriminant for the quadratic equation? X squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0? Here are the options. Same method here also. Compare given px with standard to get values of a, b, and c. Then compute d equals b squared minus 4ac to find the value of d. Question of 2 or 3 marks. Find the value of p for which the quadratic equation px, x minus 2, plus 6 is equal to 0 has 2 equal real roots. To find p for given px, given 2 real equal roots, the discriminant d must be 0. Simplify px, as px square minus 2px plus 6 is equal to 0. Now compare it with the standard x square plus bx plus c equals 0 to get a, b and c. Substitute these values in d equals b square minus 4ac and equate it to 0. Solve the obtained equation for p. Try yourself. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation 4x squared minus 5 is equal to 0 and hence comment on the nature of roots of the equation. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more concepts. Do like and share the video.